Hi everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, where the portal is lit up for the Bambus Summon Rush event, and we have some really difficult decisions to make here. Oh, by the way, guys, I have already seen a lot of consternation from folks that I think they've seen like this, and they're going like, "Oh my God, nubkeks! There's no sacred shards included in the 10x." Don't worry, if you simply scroll down. Sacred shards are in the 10x. You don't need to panic. Everything is fine. I actually think, for me, on my PC, I actually only see it's only from ancient shards. They got rid of sacreds and primals. The liars. But yeah, so it is scroll. It's bad graphic design. I will say this is more Plarium's fault than anything. They should probably put a scroll on this information, which is not that interesting, and they should have this be visible from the default. So yeah, it's actually, I think this is one of those funny things in game design where this scroll bar is obviously bad. It leads to easy misinterpretations, but then it's also probably a bit of work to fix it. And they're kind of like, is it worth fixing it? People will just scroll and realize. But yeah, if you were designing it from scratch, you know, you obviously wouldn't do that. I just think it's funny. Anyway, let's jump over. So this Summon Rush event is interesting. I actually think there's really big and difficult decisions to make just in general. So we come down. How is this looking? We have the rare at 2,150 points, pretty much as expected. That's okay. Then we come down, and the epic is at 5,400. That is massively expensive, right? That is super, super expensive. And that is a bummer. Now, I can, you know why they've done it? It's obvious enough. Obviously, they put out that they have their own ways to analyze these things in game. They probably have testers like within their own within Plarium to test this stuff, but they probably have the same opinion you guys did, which I saw very strongly was, oh wow, I really want to get the epic from Summon Rush because then I can come in, and if I get up the fusion event, right, then I can come in and I can skip Dungeon Divers, skip one rare there. I can skip Champion Training, skip one rare there. Dungeon Divers. I can skip all of those. I'd love to skip those events. Man, this epic is super enticing. They probably put this out to like their testers with in-house and got the same response. Went, oh wow, people really want this epic. Then it does let you do sneaky stuff with this calendar. Let's make it really expensive. Now the question becomes, is it worth it to do? Another interest. So here's one thing immediately that we need to look at, guys, coming into this. So you can see here, things are increasing kind of as you expect. And from this rare, it's basically 500 points up to the glyph, another 500 up to the coins, another 500 up to the barrel. Now, when you come from the barrel and you go down to the book, it's very deceptive, right, what they're doing. You know, it's kind of, well, I mean, it's very obvious, but it's also sort of sneaky. It's sort of the way instead of saying, oh, this costs €5, this costs €4.99, right? It's that psychological difference. When you make this leap over, you're going up by almost 1,500, right? This is 3 times as expensive as the, and then you go back, look from here, you're going up 500, up 500, up 500, 500, 500, basically, well, 600 here. But you know what I mean? It's like there's a fairly consistent 500 gap, a sacred shard gap between each of these. But coming from this line to this line is 3 sacreds. It is a massive expense. So that becomes then even more interesting because it's like, wow, you have to spend a lot of shards to get up to this epic, and it's a really expensive jump. At that point, you've sunk so much cost in. Is it worth going up more? And that becomes quite tricky as well. If you've already gone this far for the cost of 2,000 extra points, like 4 extra sacreds, you get a legendary tome, a mythical tome, an eternal soulstone, and 10 big essence. That's pretty good as well. So I think there's 3 ways to tackle this event, presuming you're going for the fusion. Number 1, do the easy way and just grab the rare. Low cost, low investment, pretty decent. In fact, let me show you. So this is, I've been sort of working this out. So for me, personally, I actually have I have 4 primal shards. I haven't, bought any. I think pulled 2 for free. Maybe I only pull 1 of the free ones. I don't remember now, but I've got 4 saved up from events and Hydro Clash and whatnot. So I've got 4 primals, and it's actually pretty decent time to pull primals because it's a 2x for epics and legendary. So that's pretty all right. Great. So 4 primals. Those are wait, this is my mercy. I've got 2 notepads today. We're up in the game here. That's 200 points each. That's 800 points. Then I've got 130 voids. So I've got quite a chunk extra. If I pull 10, that leaves me still at 120 in the bank, which leaves me feeling very secure if there was ever a potential guaranteed legendary void champion again. I think 120 is a decent number to be at. Preferably I'd be like 150. But, 120, we can probably make it work, even if it's more expensive than expected. So I've got 10 voids, which is... I've voted the wrong one again. Oh my god. Which is 1,200 points, because it's 120 points each, which gives me 2,000. So I've got like 2,000 points here, and that's probably all I'm going to do. And I can just make that up another chunk then with mystery shards, and bam, great. We're good. We've got the rare. Everything's settled. It's in the bag. Hunky-dory. Great. From that 2,000 baseline, right, which is not going to be true for everyone, but it's true for me. For 7 sacreds, I can get the epic. For 11, for 4 more, I can go the full way. That becomes, man, that's enticing, isn't it? When it's not really the right way to look at it, setting a baseline of already invested shards, but when you do, man, this is how they wrangle you into going for more. I'll tell you why I'm not going for it. I personally do feel like if you're going for the epic, it is probably worth it to go the whole way and grab the Eternal Soulstone. Probably. I think that's actually pretty reasonable. You're getting decent rewards. It's a pretty decent 10x. It's not too bad. Why I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I think I'm not going to do it, though. I think I'm not. Like, I could go for, or I think I'd just go for the epic, actually, for me. Simply because I like to have a good chunk of sacreds in the bank. I like to have 20. If I spend 7, I'd be down to 18. That's workable. If I spend 11... I'm down to 14, and that puts me much lower than I like to be. I could probably do it, seeing as, we're in a fusion right now. Probably the next big summon sort of event will be after the fusion. It gives me a couple of weeks to recoup. But yeah, I don't know. I tell you what, let's pull our primals, let's pull our 10 voids, and we'll see where we're at. It's a tough one, isn't it? Let's pull these basic ones. Let's go. Let's go for the prime. I know I'm pulling my primals for sure. We might as well go for the voids. Okay, we got ourselves a rare. Okay, we got one of the fusion rares. Well, that actually mixes things up. Hey, that lets me skip one event. That makes me much less inclined to pull for the other stuff now. I can skip one of his events. That's one Dungeon Diver skipped. Brilliant. Fantastic. Let's go again. What do we got? Another rare. Give me another fusion rare. It's Ordinator. He's kind of cool, but yeah, I don't know if anyone ever used him. He's like a bomb champion, a rare. He's not bad. We got an epic. Give me a fusion epic. Old Gruckus. He might be new, actually. Not sure. And our final primal shard. Give us a mythical. Let's go. Mythic. No, it's a rare. Fusion rare? No, it's Crimson Slayer. All right. Well, man, that's interesting. So I pulled this guy. Dungeon Divers 1. It's not a great one to skip. It's kind of annoying, but... So I could skip Dungeon Divers 1. I'd like to do Ice Golem for sure. Artifact Enhancement's not a problem for me. Classic Green is easy. It's basically just this first Dungeon Divers, so I could skip that. Not super valuable, actually, this one. I'd much rather be skipping Dungeon Divers 2. It's quite annoying. Dungeon Divers 3 ain't so bad with Spider. I'm happy enough with that. Dungeon Divers 2, that's what I'd like to skip, but hey, no such luck. Right, let's go for 10 voids. Let's pull them one by one. Can we get a legendary? It's 10x Acrisia and the new guy Vitreous. So both interesting. Acrisia would be much preferred, but Vitreous could be useful as well. I will probably do a showcase on Vitreous soon. We got an epic. It is 2-hack. Have him already. 2-hack. He's got AoE attack. He's actually probably quite underrated, but AoE decreased speed with increased speed on himself. It's quite unusual. There's not that many good AoE decreased speed champs in the game, and he hits pretty hard. His A1 double hitter can increase cooldown of skills. Is A3, excuse me, steals turn meter and can put a 2-turn stun, which is kind of cool. Or even steals 100% turn meter. You could do some fun stuff with him, like that turn meter steal, the decreased speed. Probably a decent Dark Fae type champ. Yeah, he doesn't get much love, honestly, because he's, Void Epic. That's not absolutely insane. Got ourselves a rare. His Stitched Beast actually also has, I believe, yeah, a 100% turn meter decrease on a 4-turn cooldown. Actually quite good for a rare. He's one that's probably worth holding on to for those faction tournaments. We got ourselves another rare. Okay. It's Drowned Bloat Wraith. I think he's fairly useless. Maybe is he part of Broadmaw? I don't remember. Probably not. Another rare. Bloodhorn. I think he is part of, I think, the the Broadmaw Fusion. Rare again. It's not 2x voids. It is just a regular 10x event, so not really too surprising. If we were to get the void rare, that would be brilliant. Dilgal, he's quite a solid rare. If we were to get the void rare, I'd be happy. I mean, we're pulling like probably 9 rares here. We've got a chance. We've got 2 left to go. Go Interceptor. No, thank you. Give us Selenia. Selenia, come to daddy. That's not her. Cage bound. You were a previous fusion. We don't need you for this one. Come on, last one. Last void shard. What do we get? It's a rare. It's not Selenia. It's another freaking Bloodhorn. Oh my god. Is he part of Broadmaw? I gotta check now. Oh, he is. Yes, I'm gonna make so many Broadmaws. I'm gonna be drowning in them. Okay, interesting. And again, that should have brought us to almost 2,000. Lovely. I'm actually going to grab all this stuff. Though, actually, I don't need the energy so much now. Because I'm probably going to skip this Dungeon Divers. It's not too bad even. 3,700. It's a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. This is a tricky one. Let me pause the video. I need to think. Okay, guys, I have had to think. I'm going with the 4th option. I didn't mention at the start. I had 3 options to do at the start. I'm not going for any of those. So I was thinking about this, and on the one hand, I said, okay, pull in like all my shards to max out the Summon Rush event. On the one hand, that makes for an exciting video. On the other hand, not pulling any shards has the appeal of setting a good example, right? I think that's good, helping you guys not to go crazy pulling your shards, because that is a valuable way to play the game, and it's difficult to do. So I quite like that idea of being the knight in shining armor here. But what I'm actually going to do, I think it's fairly simple. I was looking at this, I said, actually, a 6-star speed glyph is actually really good. I do want that. So that's what I'm going to pull 1 sacred to get this speed glyph, and then pull 60 mysteries during champ training, easy to overcap. And I think that's actually pretty fine, honestly. Looking at this stuff, I actually don't really need legendary skill tomes much anymore. You know, I get a steady stream of them, and there's only so many legendaries that are, you know, I can book up lots of legendaries for fun, but you know, I'll get to that anyway. I'm not in a rush to do it personally. Like, I don't need to book anyone right now. Nothing is urgent. The essence and like the rest of the stuff is nice, but I can survive without one mythical skill tome. It's not make or break, and the Eternal Soulstone would be nice, but again, you know, 11 sacreds is a lot. This is great. I can walk away. I can basically look at this and go, hey, I could walk away with 11 extra sacreds today. That's pretty nice. Well, 10 extra, because I'm going to pull 1 right now. 10 sacreds. Going to walk away with 10 extra sacreds. That's a decent trade. That leaves me really comfortable for any guaranteed stuff in the future, for the next fusion. You know, I think we just had for sacreds, wasn't it? The double legendary event. So I'm way ahead now of saving and being super comfortable for the next one. I think that's a pretty big win. I guess the only downside for this is, you know, people look at all these shards I've saved up and they just think I'm a big kraken, when really it's just not pulling. Just not pulling, just saving. Yeah. Right, let's go. The sacred. Trunda, please. Give me a Trunda. Okay, it's an epic. Give me a fusion epic. No, Fang Cleric. He might be new, believe it or not. It's a red dot. No, he's not new. I did pull him. Okay, he's not new. I actually only got him very recently, though. Never had him for a long time. Delver's actually super good. I wish I had Delver. Don't have a Delver. And yes, I thought people laughing, but Miscreated Monster has eluded me once more. 3 years playing, no Miscreated Monster. Feels bad, man. But yeah, there we are. The new dot is, of course, that Skinwalker rare. I think I'm pretty happy with that. It means I can skip this Dungeon Divers. That's cool. I've got tons of energy from personal rewards, CVC, from winning that tier 6. So, great, cool. I'm just going to farm a bunch of Sand Devil, I think. There's a Sand Devil tournament. I think it's almost over, actually. Oh, nuts, it is over. Oh, no, I think I forgot to finish it. Oh, whoops. I missed a glyph. I was going for the glyph. Oh, nuts. Making this video. Oh, no. The video has cost me. Oh, it was so close as well. We would have got more energy. 50 more. Man, if I spent 50 energy, we would have won, got the glyph, and, oh, man, not been doing anything. Well, the sacrifices we make for the sake of a video. Yeah, I'm going to go finish Dragon, just the minimum for Dragon, and then probably just farm like Sand Devil. Get going on that. Get me some oils, because I haven't done that in forever. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, a non-shard pull video in a way, but hopefully it was helpful. instructive, etc. One thing I do like to do as well, straight away, just to make sure I don't feed by accident, I always like to come through for a fusion and just give them one level of ascension is something I like to do. So I'll come down here and find her. So this guy, first of all, give him one level so he's not going to be fed by accident, and lock him as well. Hit that lock button just to be as safe as possible. And same thing, Selenia, lock her and give her one level of ascension. Man, how bad would it feel if you fed one by accident? And you could easily do it. Guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully that was helpful. Oh, we've got the red dot for her as well. Now we've got her. Boom. Great. Cool. 2 reviews. 5s everywhere. Holy moly. Best champ in the game. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.